Hey cleaning mystery fans! Today's video takes a spooky twist. Get ready for a chilling short story that's bound to send shivers down your spine. Grab your popcorn and let's dive in. The garage I worked at wasn't much, just a small shop off the highway catering to a long-haul truckers and the occasional stranded traveler. I like working nights. The solitude was comforting, and the hum of the engines or a clink of tools kept me focused. But that night, I wished I hadn't been alone. It was just after 2 a.m. when the car pulled in. A beat-up sedan with flickering headlights. I squinted at it from the bay and waited for the driver to step out. They didn't. The engine sputtered, died, and the car sat there, silent and still. I grabbed the flashlight and walked over, feeling the chill of the night sink into my skin. I tapped on the driver's window, bending slightly to see inside. The window rolled down a crack. "Engine trouble?" I asked, trying to keep my tone light. The voice that answered was low, gravelly, and almost like a growl.
"It's been making a strange noise. Can you take a look?"
The driver stayed obscured in the shadows, and for a moment, I considered refusing, but I needed the work, so I nodded and popped the hood. At first glance, the engine looked fine. No loose wires, no leaking fluids. But as I leaned closer, my flashlight caught something that made my stomach churn. Wedged near the battery was a cloth bundle, stained dark red. I stepped back, my mind racing. Was it rust? Oil? No, it looked too much like blood. My hands felt clammy as I glanced towards the car, but the driver was gone. "Sir?" I called, my voice trembling. No answer. I circled the car, shining my light into the dark corners of the lot. The highway stretched out into the void, and the only sound was the faint rustling of wind through the nearby trees. When I turned back to the sedan, the driver's door was wide open. That's when I noticed the smell. Metallic and sharp, it hit me like a punch. My eyes watered as I stepped closer, my flashlight shaking in my hand. Inside the car, the upholstery was torn, and the driver's seat was soaked in what looked like fresh blood. I stumbled back, my heart pounding. Reaching for my phone, I dialed 911. But as I brought it to my ear, a faint sound stopped me cold. Footsteps. They were slow, deliberate, coming from the far end of the lot. I swung my flashlight towards the noise, catching a glimpse of movement. Something tall and thin slipping between the trees.
"Hello?"
The dispatcher's voice crackled in my ear, but I couldn't speak. My throat felt tight, my body frozen in place. The footsteps stopped, replaced by an eerie silence. I forced myself to answer the dispatcher, giving them the address and explaining what I had seen. They told me to stay put, but every instinct screamed at me to run. I locked myself in the office, watching the lot through my grimy window. It felt like hours before the police arrived, their flashing lights cutting through the darkness. I ran out to meet them, desperate for their presence to chase away the dread that clung onto me. The sedan was gone. The officers searched the area, but there was no sign of the car, the driver, or the bloody cloth. They chalked it up to a prank or my imagination, but I knew better. For weeks, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every engine that pulled into the lot at night made my pulse race, and every shadow seemed to hide something sinister. I quit the job a month later. I couldn't handle it. Thank you for joining us on this eerie adventure, the Cleaning Mystery fans. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more intriguing twists and turns.
And if you have any story you want to share, please feel free to email us or leave it in the comments down below. We'd be more than happy to share it with everyone else. Until next time, and keep it clean and very mysterious.